Hello everyone, how are you? Today we'll be talking about a suspense thriller film called The Shallows. Be ready for some spoilers ahead. Nancy Adams is a college medical student headed toward a beach for a personal vacation. The beach was a favorite spot of her mother, who recently passed away from cancer. Nancy is driven there by a man named Carlos. She is supposed to be there with her friend Anna, but she claims to have gotten sick, leaving Nancy to take the trip alone. Anna is asking if she already found the secret beach yet. Nancy has arrived to their destination. The beach was very beautiful. Now she knows why their mother loves this beach so much. She offers him some cash for his services, but he declines. The driver now went on his way and Nancy went to the beach. Nancy gets into her surf gear and hits the waves on her board. She comes across two other surfers who know she is a visitor. They chat for a little while. Nancy joins the two of them as the waves get nicer. Later, Nancy has a video chat with her sister Chloe to tell her all about the beach and how their mother was right about how it's like paradise. Nancy then talks to her father, who knows she is taking the trip for her mother. He expresses concern to Nancy over her grief and actions. Nancy is gearing up again for she is gonna surf again. Her sister Anna texted her that she will not be able to come because she is gonna meet someone. Nancy swims out past the shallows of the ocean to catch some more waves. As she gets further from the shore, she sees a whale carcass floating up top. Sensing trouble, Nancy tries to head back to the shore on a wave. But as she rides it, a large great white shark slams into her and knocks her off the board. Nancy climbs back on and tries to paddle back, but the shark bites deep into her left leg, spilling a lot of blood into the water. Nancy struggles to escape and swims to a rock where the shark can't reach her. She takes the ankle strap from her board and uses it as a tourniquet to stop the bleeding. Nancy sees the other two surfers and tries calling to them for help, but they don't appear to hear or see her. Nancy saw a floating thing. She plans to go there because it is near her. As she plans to swim away, the shark flipped over the dead whale that she is lying in too. Nancy swam fast towards a rock that she saw. As Nancy climbs the rock, she stepped on a coral that stings her foot. She screams in pain but still able to climb on the rock. Nancy realizes that she is stranded on the rock. She looks all around her but she couldn't see anyone that can help her. She then lies on the rock, because her leg is causing her in so much pain. She was bleeding so much. She decided to use her necklace to stitch up her wound. She started to stitch up her wound and she was screaming in so much pain. She wraps her wetsuit around her leg after she finished stitching up her leg. She then lies again on the rock and hugged it. She doesn't know what to do and just lied there. It starts getting darker as Nancy tries to get an opening away from the shark. Her only companion is a seagull with an injured wing. She started to get cold because she is wet and there's no sun to give her heat. She took her wetsuit again from his leg and used it to lessen the coldness that she is feeling. She took a piece of her wetsuit and used it to his leg to apply pressure. Because she lost a lot of blood, she can't feel her feet anymore. It was already 6 a.m. and it was low tide. She put a sleeve on her leg to apply pressure again. She then lies again and fell asleep. As she was sleeping, tiny crabs crawl over the rock and some crawl over her and on her leg. She smashed a tiny crab and tries to eat it. It did not taste good and throws up the crab that she just ate. The seagull ate the crab that she threw up. Nancy got up and saw her surfboard. She wants to get it. She looks back at the dead whale and is thinking that the shark might still be there. Nancy is now getting ready to swim for her surfboard. She then pushed off the rock and started swimming. But as she swims, she leaves a trail of blood because of her leg. She was close to her surfboard. But then the shark suddenly appeared near her surfboard. She panicked because the shark swims after her. The shark almost got her but luckily she got on the rock first. She was lying in pain and kept on looking her surfboard. On the shore, she sees a drunk man passed out in the sand. She calls out to him. She manages to wake the drunk man sleeping. The drunk man got up and saw Nancy waving. He waves back because he thought that Nancy was just being friendly. Nancy is signaling the man to go to her bag. The drunk man followed where Nancy was pointing. Nancy is celebrating because someone is there now to help her. The drunk man now is checking Nancy's bag. The drunk man now saw Nancy's phone. But he decided not to help her. He pocketed Nancy's phone and stole her wallet. The drunk man took Nancy's bag. Nancy is screaming that he can take everything just to help her. The drunk man saw Nancy's surfboard and wanted to steal it too. He begins to go after Nancy's surfboard. Nancy yells to the drunk man that there's a shark in the water and to not go in. But the drunk man did not listen to her and went to Nancy's board. The man got Nancy's board and he swims back to the shore. The drunk man suddenly disappeared and Nancy can't see her anywhere. Nancy cries silently as she looks on the shore. The drunk man was missing half of his body when he got back to the shore. It was already 12 noon. The two surfers from yesterday went back to surf again. Nancy saw that the two surfers are swimming already. Nancy yells to the surfer to stop because there's a shark in the area. They understand the situation and they were about to call help. But suddenly, the shark lushes out of the water and took the one surfer. The remaining guy swim towards Nancy. Nancy want to help the guy but she can't swim. The guy was near Nancy but he suddenly disappeared. Nancy couldn't find the guy. Then suddenly, a surfboard flew out the water. Nancy still tries to find the guy. Out of nowhere, the guy appears behind her. Nancy grabs onto the guys and tries to help him up but the guy got dragged down. It was already 3 p.m. and Nancy is still on the rock. Nancy looks so dehydrated because she can't drink salt water or else she'll get dehydrated more. The sun was scorching her so he used the surfboard beside to cover herself. It was already 5 p.m. A GoPro appears floating in the water. The shark was swimming around the rock where Nancy is lying. Nancy asks the seagull why the seagull not flying. She then notices that the seagull has broken its right wing. She then fixes the seagull's wing. Nancy saw the helmet with the GoPro in it and decided to take it. She times the shark and how many seconds it takes for the shark make a circle around her. After she timed the shark, she started to swim fast to get the GoPro. She tries to grab the GoPro but the waves are pushing it further away from her. Nancy fell over the rock and got stung by the corals again. Nancy tried once again. She got swim fast and got the GoPro. But when she got the GoPro, the shark jumped out of the water to get her. The shark got stung in the corals, causing the shark to get wounded. Nancy got back to the rock. She now has the GoPro. She saw the video of the GoPro. It's the video of the two surfer that she met. They were surfing always. The GoPro caught the shark that ate the surfer. She created a video in the GoPro. The video contains of her saying farewell to her loved ones if ever she don't make it back. After she finished the video, she threw it back to the water, so that it can go back to the shore for someone to report what happened at the beach. The shark was swimming around her but there's so many jellyfish around. Nancy jumped out of the rock to go to the floating thing. She then was surrounded by jellyfishes. She then went deep but got stung by a jellyfish. The shark went behind Nancy to attack her but failed because Nancy was surrounded by many jellyfish. Nancy went up to go to the floating thing. Nancy was about to climb the floating thing but the bar that she holding on snapped and she fell back to the water with the shark. Nancy is now on the floating thing. She saw a box and tried to open it. When she opened the box it has a flare in it and the shells fell of the water. She managed to get one of the shells but when she fired it, it did not went high. She then tries to grab another one. She then reloads it and fires again. But sadly the ship did not notice her. On the shore, a little boy finds the helmet camera and sees Nancy's video. He runs to get his father, who is Carlos. Back to Nancy, the shark was circling around her and she shoots the shark with flare. The shark charges after Nancy again and Nancy shot the shark with the flare, but this time a fire went off because there was an oil spill in the shark's direction. The furious shark attacked the buoy and Nancy fell. The shark attacked Nancy but luckily she is covered by the buoy. While underwater, she notices the chain holding the buoy to a spiked base on the floor of the bay. At the right moment, Nancy gets the chain on a hook stuck in the shark's side. This pulls her down toward the base as the shark chases her. She pulls out at the right moment, causing the shark to swim directly onto the base and it gets impaled. The two find Nancy washed up on the shore, dehydrated and weak. They run to help her. Nancy sees the seagull standing close to her. Before she passes out, Nancy sees a vision of her mother smiling down on her. Nancy simply says, "I'm okay." 1 year later, Nancy is doing better, albeit with a big scar on her leg. She returns to the beach with Chloe and their father. Nancy brings Chloe into the water to teach her how to surf. So what do you guys think about this movie? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my video, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.